All right, where do I need to go?
You need to make sure before you leave town, you go to Hinkle's Sandwich Shop. And whatever you do, when you get the burgers to go, you got to let them get in the wrapper and eat them. Don't eat them there. It's a total different experience. If you eat it, well, if you eat it on the plate, it's not having a chance to be in the parchment paper wrapped up in the bag. After it steams into that and everything just goes into it, it's just a total different feel. It's a complete different sandwich.
It's a food experience.
It's a food experience, man. It's totally different.
So I'm driving the night before to Madison, Indiana, because I want to go to the oldest working restaurant in the state. And it's a couple hundred years old. And I've never been to Madison. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I'm pulling up right now.
Came down from Indiana.
Okay, you guys. After you get settled in your room because you're new visitors, this will buy you beer at the bar. Okay?
All right.
What?
We made it here to Madison. We're at the Riverboat Inn, and I just met Tawana.
And Zack, we are so excited that you found your way to Madison. Madison really is very special. And you are actually staying in a historic building called the Paddle Wheel, which is part of our Riverboat Inn. But for folks that may not know, this was the American Button Factory. It made all kinds of buttons back during the day. Now it's turned into a hotel that you're gonna enjoy staying in. Tomorrow you're gonna have a grand time. You're gonna be able to experience Clifty State Park. You're gonna enjoy Broadway Fountain, and you're gonna especially enjoy historic Madison downtown.
I'm making a left turn because we're here on Main Street. Look at these buildings. So awesome. So I did a little bit of research on Madison, Indiana, and it's got some history. First of all, the railroad is what made this town. Once the railroad came in, and then it also has the Ohio River. So it's perfect for transporting everything, supplies, all that. But look at how beautiful all these old buildings are. They're so old. The history here is pretty awesome. And then the tavern that I want to go to, Broadway Tavern, Abraham Lincoln stayed there, ate there. It's got so much history. And it's like 200 years old. We're here at Clifty State Park. I love leaves changing because you don't get that too much in Southern California. But of course, the year I'm here is the year that the leaves decide not to change. Ooh, bridge. Look at that, that's the inn. Clifty Inn. Then we're gonna go get something to eat. I'm starving. One of the first things you do is you set the mood. Check out this view. Now let me tell you about buffets, because this is a whole thing for me. I kind of get overwhelmed sometimes, and I'm talking like Vegas buffet style stuff. There's just so much to choose from, especially in brunch, because you're halfway between breakfast and lunch, and so you even have even more options right there. But one thing that made this meal so good was this beautiful view I had. Check it out. Now, if that don't make your food taste better, I don't know what will. Oh, I just had me some breakfast. It was fantastic. Now it's time for me to go leafing. Let me get my leafing hat. Hold on here. I got this little David Crockett type thing. Found me a leaf. This is just the first. I'm on a hunt for some leaves. Look at this. I hear water. Oh, this is cool. I'm here at Clifty Falls State Park, and it is gorgeous. I'm at the lookout point right now. There's a little waterfall over there. Now I heard there's like 32 waterfalls in this entire park, and then there's like this really old building like overlooking everything. It's not there anymore, burnt down probably. And then they built the place in 1920 where I had breakfast. Really good. Man, look at these leaves starting to change. It's all that different color. So last night I met Keith and his wife Brittan, and they recommended a winery called Lanthier, and he called his friend who owns it, Tammy, and let them know that I'm on my way. And I know it's only 10 o'clock a.m. right now, but you know what? Why not? I'm a little thirsty, a little parched from a nice little hike out here in the state park, and it is gorgeous. And I found plenty of leaves. Look at these leaves. Amazing. But now, let's go drink some wine.
Distillery. I'm Grace.
So we started our tasting. This is Mill Street, right? Grace hooked it up. It's exciting. It smells good.
1, 2, 3. Anything about a list from him, but
Ooh, that's good. Yeah,
Bestseller.
that is delicious.
Yes.
Like a really sweet grape juice.
It's almost like drinking grape juice.
Yeah. Wow. That's refreshing. That's good for a nice summer morning.
All right, let the cameraman try this.
Could I try the luncheon?
Yeah.
I'll take one as well.
Cheers.
Definitely one.
Cheers.
And the wild berry vodka.
That's good, but I like the first one better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. Now, Grace had said I think the next one we should try is a blackberry.
Ooh, I love blackberry.
From recommendation from the guys out there.
what did they recommend?
You got any recommendations in there for us?
I would say go with like a Mill Street Red. That's our most popular, I believe.
Okay.
And it's supposed to taste just like grape juice, pretty much.
When you go inside, you have to try our Mill Street Red, our Blackberry. You have to try our Chautauqua Bloomshin wine. They're all great.
What was that last one? Chautauqua?
Chautauqua Bloomshin.
Where'd that name? You know where that?
It's German and it means gathering of blossoms.
There we go. So this is the vanilla vodka dreamsicle, right? And you guys make your own vodka here.
Yes.
Wow.
We distill the vodka with our wine.
Ooh. Oh, that's delicious.
Take two.
It tastes like a creamsicle, except better. We should sell these on an ice cream truck. That'd be good. All right, so we had slushies here, wine slushies. This one's a vodka slushie. So I was like, okay, they have slushy mix. And of course, we gotta get the vodka. So she brings out a bottle and then says that we can stack them. Sure, this is awesome. Why would you not buy more than one bottle? Now I want like 10 bottles so I can stack them up high. It's like a Christmas tree.
It is.
Yeah.
A nice gift for someone.
Oh, absolutely. I need more vodka.
What would you recommend for us to go to next? Where
Like
should we go
for-
to next in Madison?
like for
Anything.
food?
To sit on a bench, to read, to eat.
I really like the Downtowner. They have very good cookies. They have like this lemon one and it's like that big. Very good.
Dude, we got to do the. Where was that again?
The Downtowner.
The
It's on
Downtowner.
Main Street.
Thank you, Grace.
I don't know if there's enough time in a day to do all the stuff that's been recommended. Sean, so where should I go visit?
You gotta go up the hill, take a stop at Red Pepper. They have great sandwiches and stuff like that you can get. And then another good place to go to is Shipley's. It's a small bar across town. They have great burgers.
So when we get done here, if we're able to still walk, where do you recommend we go?
I would actually recommend going and checking out the Lanier Mansion over there. It's super pretty and landscape and everything.
Oh, okay.
In this back area, there's like it's kind of like a bush maze, but you can see over it and everything, but it's just neat to check out.
Casey, what are some recommendations you have for me to go check out?
Yeah, I think if you're in the area, you really should go to Hanover College. I'm the Associate Dean of Students there. It's my full-time job, but I would go to the Point, and it overlooks the Ohio River. It's the only place where you can see 3 bends in the Ohio. It's a Jeopardy question. It was in Trivial Pursuit. It's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, stunning campus, and we're lucky to have it, and lucky to be right on top of the bluff looking the Ohio.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, I'm gonna have to go see that.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
You all have a great day.
You too.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we're finally here on Main Street. We're done driving around. This is the reason we came to Madison, was to come to the Broadway Tavern Hotel. It is the oldest functioning restaurant in Indiana. And it was built in 1834, and the steamboats used to come right off the river right here, and they come in, seek shelter for the night, have a nice meal, and get going again. But look at this place. That's awesome. I'm hungry. Let's go. Let's go have some history. Hi. This is really exciting. When you walk in, the smell is what gets me first. It's like, I don't know what this is. It's kind of like sweet. You smell wood, brick. There's really blue. There's old leather chairs. There's a pew. these wooden floors. Imagine, 1834, right? You just spent the entire day on a riverboat trip. You're probably coming for work or something like that, just working your way down the river. You're tired, exhausted. You get here, you check in at the hotel. You go put your stuff upstairs, you come down, you have a nice warm dinner with some whiskey. Look at this old brick, and like they modernized it, made it great, and it's still in business. I mean, this place has seen, let's see, the Civil War, the Great Depression, World War I, World War II, the pandemic. So if you could tell us like a little bit of history of this place.
Yeah, so John Wilkes Booth actually stayed here a few days before he assassinated Lincoln. And this used to be like a big gangster hangout place. And so the bar is actually like an original bar. And there's actually a bullet hole that's still like at the top part of the bar. You can go check out. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And we're haunted by a ghost named Charlie. So yeah, we have like ghost tech people come in here. And they said they picked up a lot of activity at the bottom of the stairs by the hotel and back by the bathrooms. So yeah, that's a little bit about it. No problem, guys.
So Tori, our wonderful waitress, told us that we can't get up to the hotel right now because it's blocked off. And they've been doing repairs, it's all blocked off up there, so we can't get up there. But just look at this, the staircase, the old wood, I mean, how much stuff. Like, you get here, you get up, you go put your stuff down, you come down, you get some dinner. It's kind of cool after about 200 years. They're still packing it in. Business is booming. Wow.
So the bullet hole's right there.
All right, now we're on the hunt for a sandwich shop. And Keith last night said that we got to go to Hinkle. And the reason is because it's delicious, but we have to get one to go because they give you this parchment paper, and that's part of the experience, is getting that parchment paper and the smell and the feel and the touch, all of it. So, sandwich shop, here we come. Should be ready to go somewhere. Where is it?
Oh, passing it.
All right, so I finally found Hinkle's. Look at that. I just gotta tell you, and this is something you're not gonna be able to understand unless you were here, but just walking down the sidewalk, all I smell is this great odor of food and meat cooking. Oh, and grease. It's so good. So, Keith told me to come to Hinkle's, and he said to get a double cheeseburger and tell him Sexy sent you.
Big Sexy sent you.
Big Sexy?
Big Sexy.
He told me to get a double cheeseburger and say Big Sexy sent me. So this is gonna be weird. Good shot right here, look at that. I would like a large cherry cordial milkshake. And then I was recommended to come here and get a double cheeseburger and say that Big Sexy sent me.
I know what it is, like they
Keith.
I think it's like Debbie on the other side calls them all the time.
Big Sexy? I love it. Well, the Big Sexy thing, she laughed and recognized it. I think someone else calls him Big Sexy, but I'm really excited. And here's the thing. I'm excited because look at this milkshake thing. Let me show you this. This right here, the milkshake. Cherry cordial. I love cherries. And when I was a kid, we went to Foster's Freeze, and they used to have this cherry cordial milkshake where it was chunks of chocolate chips, chunks of cherries, and it was the best milkshake I ever had. And everywhere I go, I see if they have it. They usually don't. And the fact that they have that on their menu, I don't even care about the burger at this point. I'm really excited about this. But I do want a burger because look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, the cherry cordial just came in. I'm very excited, and I'm excited for a number of reasons. One, I have this, but I'm also looking over there. There's a bar of cheddar cheese. I love that. That's amazing. Just do it right over the burger as it gets off the grill. It tastes like a chocolate covered cherry. It is so good.
And whatever you do, when you get the burgers to go, you got to let them get in the wrapper and eat them. Don't eat them there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we just saw them wrapping this one because the parchment paper, we were told by Keith to get it wrapped in the parchment paper to get it to go. We had one here, so I could taste it then. I still have to taste these ones to go because they're wrapped in paper. And what she was saying was that the flavor gets soaked in there. And then she said, try the Carla Special. So we're gonna try the Carla Special right now. And what does this Carla Special entail?
Bacon on it, and you want like to take one?
Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm about to leave. I got my burgers to go in the parchment paper so I can try them because I had one there. But then Carla, the cook, says, next time you come, you gotta try the Carla Special. I'm like, well, what's that? She's like, when you come next time, I'm like, well, I don't live near here, so let me get it now. And she makes it. That's how you make a burger. And then put them all on top, squish it all down, and good to go. So I'm not gonna eat these right now because I do have a dinner date with Keith tonight.
Do you know the name of the town or the name of what's the name of the place or anything, Rios?
No. What's the name of the place, Joe?
1894 Lodge.
1894 Lodge.
Lodge, it is.
In Washington.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, somehow he convinced these idiots from LA to come out. You didn't have to threaten them? No,
Nope.
You didn't have to kidnap them in a van? Nope, they're coming. They're on their way right now. They actually text us, giving us an ETA.
There's a building to the left.
Yeah.
Go back to that road split off that way, didn't it? I mean, because there's no...
This was on Open Table, Jeff?
Uh-huh.
It should be here. It should be right here, right where that cornfield is. Hey, we got one of them off-road vehicles. Look up the direction.
Try that road. That's all I can say. Follow them, yeah. There you go.
Okay. Well, not going down that road.
Oh, we should be close, right?
And suddenly there's a... That's it. All right, we just made it here to the 1894 Lodge, and it was really crazy because we went down the wrong road and it took us to an empty cornfield, which is kind of funny. It's a perfect start of a horror movie. But we got the right address. We came along and we got this cool little building, and then out of nowhere is just this little town. Like, look at it. Pretty cool. Let's go. What do you recommend?
Make sure you get the. I told you last night. Sure. So this is Nick right here.
Nick,
That's a show. Yep.
Oh, we're excited.
This is the crew I told you about. Getting ready to do a little filming on, so get you in there sometime in there. But we'd rather you be a little bit more, have a little bit more alcohol in you. So
All right, so we're here now because we met Keith and his lovely wife last night. It was our first night in town, and we asked for a food recommendation, and we've actually spent all morning going one place to another. We've tried every single one. We started with the state park and all that. We just came from a random cornfield where we thought we were gonna get shot. That's why we were a little late, but Keith, tell me a little bit about this place. Like, this is the place that you recommended for us, and you invited us last night to dinner.
yeah. So the reason I invited you here is, for one, the guy that owns the place is a great friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But Nick, the guy you just met, is the chef. Phenomenal food, great atmosphere, as you can see. It's a little unique tonight because normally this space would be open, garage doors would be up, normal weather, people would be outside dining, there'd be fire pits going. Last night they had live music right there. This place was packed. There's also a second floor bar that people would be hanging out in, and right now it's their 40-year class reunion.
Well, I mean, we're really excited because, like, so far our day's just been incredible. We've gone to all these, like, we went wine tasting this morning, all that stuff. We've started at the state park, having a great breakfast with that view.
Sure.
Just overlooking with the fog going over the Ohio River.
They've got one of the coolest views ever from their back.
So the college is on one little bluff, and we're on the next bluff.
They've probably got the nicest views.
So when you went to Hinkle's, did you happen to go next door to Cocoa Safari for some chocolates?
No.
They have the
Handmade
best chocolates. The
See,
best
and I was
chocolates.
walking through that door, and she's the one that stopped me. She's like, "We're about to go have cookies." I was about to walk through that door.
That's chocolate.
Really? We're going tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
And they're good owners too.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, even if there's things on there that you're like, I don't normally care for that. It's just different here.
Yeah.
Am I right, Greg?
Bone pork chop.
I was looking at that.
Everything's local and
But they was
fresh.
bragging about the
There's
ribeye.
no steroids or anything added to it. It's just good.
Yeah.
The smoked hat chicken is amazing.
Really?
It's got a glaze on it.
There's just, you're not, I mean, that's why I told you.
For instance, she came down and she's ordering a triple stack BLT because it's the best BLT sandwich that you'll get.
Well,
Really?
it's that.
The
it's
bacon
that-
is so good.
It's a smoky bacon, thick bacon, but then they have a tomato jam on there, so it's kind of a smoky and sweet taste together. It's really good. If you want, the way they cut it up, you can have a piece of my BLT.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And
All right.
chicken, 'cause I don't eat
You have to
it.
roll me out of here tonight, then.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not getting any of my steak.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ordering a steak. Right. I think I might do what you're doing, getting a 20 ounce. That sounds good. Yeah. That ribeye sounds great. Shrimp and
Oh, I thought you
grits
said you only
and
had
ribeye for me.
Mango?
Yeah. There you go. He knows too.
He's been correct.
Well, we were here having the discussion
yeah.
about the mango before on the
He's with us. He knows that it's
He knows it's a bell pepper. Okay.
No, it's a damn mango.
Mango.
It's a bell pepper. It's a mango.
Man. All right, so for appetizers, we got our vegetarian bruschetta on both sides right here. She ordered the crab dip, and it is phenomenal. And then we got our charcuterie board over here with the honey. I love the honey. These little almonds are amazing. You guys tried these? No. Yeah, they're really good. They're like addicting.
Uh-huh.
You guys should try them.
Is there, when you say honey, is it a honeycomb?
It's a honeycomb right there. Yeah. I ate most of it.
Alright.
That's me being polite right there. Leaving a little
Oh, is that it? That
And
little.
then when you guys turn around, I'll be okay.
He actually had it in his mouth. And
Yeah.
Keep your camera on the honeycomb.
Yeah, that's
Right. We'll have that.
There's the honeycomb right there.
And hey, Sam, we also have, from Munster, Indiana, we have Gumball Head. Unbelievable.
Gumball head.
3 Floyds.
3 Floyds.
Uh-oh, here comes
Yeah.
Logan. Look at him.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Hello.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Down a beer.
So this is Logan.
This is Logan.
Logan.
Yeah, the one and only, right? Yeah, you guys.
Wonderful.
Oh, did you guys, have you ate dinner yet?
We're
Okay,
starting.
okay, all right, good deal.
Yeah, tell them about this
the
guy.
history. Yeah.
So, obviously, the building, 1894, that's
I
where we
didn't
got
know
the
that.
name. Yeah, that's the year it was built.
What was it before?
Founding members of the town, that was one of the first buildings that they erected when they got here. So it was just kind of been a mainstay. People always gathered here, gathering place, the lodge. But it was built because of the Masons. And it's a Masonic lodge, and it's very early stages. So throughout the years, it was that, and I want to say 1915, 1920, it's right around there. The local school burnt down, and they converted this into a school, lower school, upper school, etc. I don't know all the details to it, but the cool part of that, we have all of the old ledgers from the school, so we'll have people that'll travel here and find their great uncle's signature in the school ledger. Like it's fantastic. It's really cool that that's happened. This is a place where food and family equals community. And that's kind of been my vision, my goal when I first started here. We source a ton of local stuff. We grow a lot of our own stuff in the summer. And that's important to us, literally where everyone knows your name. That's how I was raised. I was born in that blue house right across the street. That's kind of the lodge in a nutshell. Hopefully you like your steaks.
I like how much he did do that. I don't know if it comes back to the plate sometimes.
What do you think of that tomato jam?
It is good.
Very good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
How do you like it? What's
Great. The flavor, all of the bacon.
I always try to keep something very, very homey, but also with a twist on it. So you get a familiar and an unfamiliar. That makes it a surprise. It makes it even better than what you thought you were going to get. perfect example of the BLT with the tomato jam on it and all the other components. It's not just a BLT sandwich, it's actually a triple stack, you know, and then we just build upon that. So it's something very simple, but those little nuances mean a lot to me. It's all the attention to detail, it's all the bells and whistles, if you will. But I'm a very seasonal cook, and I love seasoning properly. That's it at the end of the day. Very simple, very honest.
Yeah. Well, that's all excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a really good food experience that we're continuing as I dive into these shrimp and grits. They're wonderful. I do have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
It was the one I posed to you last night.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, because especially since you're a chef, you've tasted so many different things and you cook all the time. We interviewed a chef a long time ago, and you know, he's cooked everything and done all that. And we asked, "Does food still excite you?" And he's like, "Of course it does." We're like, "Well, what's one meal that's really special to you that no one knows about?" And he's like, "A Hardee's burger." And we're like, "Okay, you know, fast food burger, okay. Why?" And it's like, well, it was the last place he ate with his dad before he died. And it was also where he used to eat before he made as a chef. So my question is to you, and you can take your time on answering it, what is one meal that's very special to you, whatever it is, that reminds you of a specific time, a place, or a good memory, even if you just see it on the menu, you smell it?
I recently lost my mother, so Thanksgiving meal was the last meal I cooked for her.
Good meal too. That's amazing.
So last year when we did Thanksgiving here and the to-go stuff, I made the dressing for to-go and for everybody, and I choked up a lot on that because that was the first time I made it since she had passed.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's amazing what food can do for all of us, those special memories.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's a hell of a lot better than my Wendy's one, ain't it?
Yeah, I did like your Wendy's one.
I like my
Not to
Wendy's
change
one.
the
His
mood.
His favorite place to eat is
Twice baked potato.
If anybody needs a cocktail, we do have, it's our Lodge smoked old fashioned. It's our specialty cocktail. If you like old fashioned.
I'll try one.
Oh yeah. You smell it. Oh my God.
Wait, that smells great.
It's a good drink.
Oh my God.
What do you think, Zach?
Yeah.
That is smooth.
You're gonna love the view of the
You guys are ever back?
Let me know if you guys ever need anything. I don't know what I can do. Yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you want to take them upstairs, you can.
I might buzz them up there just
Yeah,
for a second.
just so when we can get
a couple
as
pictures and say they
soon
were
as you
in.
turn in to the left, there's that the light switches. Just pop those on.
All right.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I might close just
No,
get a
not
picture.
at all. The door's
Check his bar
open.
out.
They're gonna be here for a little bit, so.
All right, we're here finishing up our wonderful food experience over at the 1894 Lodge. And if you think about it, like, you know, we spoke with the owner and just got a little bit of a glimpse of the history that went on here. And if you think about it, this whole building used to be a schoolhouse at one point.
Mason's Lodge.
Mason's Lodge, a whole community center where people would gather. And what the owner tried to do here is the same thing, is make it a place where people can come and gather and have good food, good conversation.
Absolutely.
And meet with people in the area. And I think we've been pretty successful at that.
Pulled it off.
Yeah, we had a fantastic meal tonight. I'm so glad I ran into you Friday night when we got into town.
Yeah.
It changed the course, and that's what a good food experience is you go with one plan and one goal, and then you let whatever happens happen. And we're still not done, because tomorrow we're gonna go have brunch, and another recommendation that you gave us.
Bad Apple Max.
Bad Apple Max.
Yeah, Bad Apple Max. Janet, she's the bomb.
All right, well, thank you so much for the recommendation.
Brother, I appreciate
I will
you.
never forget this
Zach, I'll
and
remember
this
for the
meal.
rest of my life.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are cool people.
yeah, so are you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's one hell of a weekend.
You ain't lying.
Let's go get another drink.
Let's quit it.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Come on, Sam.
Keep it going, Sam. Part 2 coming up.
Beautiful Sunday fall morning. I had a fantastic weekend. Getting ready to check out the hotel. But now we have 2 more recommendations. All right, we're gonna just yep, we got our ball jars here. We got 1 request for ice, and we got our there we go. Let's do it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, and then flip it. Let's cheers.
Cheers.
And we're here at our last stop that Keith recommended. Look at that, Mad Apple Max. Now the owner, Janet, he said, is this super dedicated person who makes everything themselves by scratch. They're there, and they said the bread is what sells it. She makes fresh bread for all her items, and it's just out of this world. So I'm excited to try it. I'm starving, can't wait to do it. I'm waiting right now for it to open so I can get inside and get a seat. And this is the perfect way to leave town. It's been a wonderful weekend. Bye. And here we go. This is one of the recommendations that he said, yeah. But look at this. It looks so, first of all, presentation, wonderful. It looks like a little mountain with a waterfall going on. You got the little blueberries on top. But look at this bread. Now, she makes all her bread in-house herself the night before. It was wonderful. That bread is so moist. It's sugary. Wow. Recommendation number 2, the cinnamon bun. Look at this. 1, it's gorgeous. Looks great. It's got little apples right there. A little drizzle on top. A little cinnamon. It smells like when you're in the airport and you're passing by one of those cinnamon roll places and they're making it like, we got a really early flight. It's like 4 a.m. and they're just back there baking already. That's what it smells like. I'm sure this one is 10 times better. It's probably the best cinnamon roll I've ever had. But that bread is so good, moist, fluffy, buttery, and sugary. Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna have to run back to Indianapolis after this to make up for everything I've been eating. All right, so what I ordered was a special. It's the pork tenderloin casserole. Look at this. So you got a fried egg on top. You have a pork tenderloin. But what you don't know is what you can't smell. It smells so good. It's like a gravy on it. And look at these cute little leaf biscuits. They're just so cool. Presentation, 100%. Absolutely. Smell-o-vision. Smells so good. I'm excited to try it. America, baby. So soft. Oh, it just falls apart. Look at that. It just falls apart. It's so good, so juicy. The pork is so flavorful, and it falls apart. So like, look at this. Look how easily it just falls apart. Oh, and you can't go wrong with this gravy. Done. So good. We just wrapped up our last meal here in Madison, Indiana, for the first time us being here. The moment we landed on Friday night, we met locals, we met Keith and his wife, and from there, all we had was one goal, was to try the oldest restaurant in Indiana. And we tried so many places and met so many people and ended here with Janet, who owns this place, who is in the kitchen making everything herself. And that, you can taste the love and the effort that went into the food. It's been such a great time here. We've only been here for like 48 hours, and it's been amazing. And so now, I bid you adieu.